and welcome to the video where I explain the different bowling lengths in a cricket match. We often hear from commentators talking that the bowler's bowling short of length, full of length, yorkers, bouncers, but what does this all mean? Well, here's a great graphic from Is That Middle explaining where the ball lands in relation to the batter, and that determines the length of the ball. The bouncer. That's the one in blue in this graphic. The bouncer is used generally to intimidate the batter. It's been around for a long time, and the purpose of it is to put the batter on the back foot. It's generally fast, and because of the distance that it lands away from the batter, more than likely it will bounce and rise up. And the aim of a bouncer is to get the ball above the shoulder height, so about head high. And as you can imagine, a ball coming between 85 to 90 miles an hour towards your head would scare you. Recently, bouncers changed a little bit, where it's still used to intimidate the batter, but there's variations come into it. A slower ball bouncer that's come into the game in the last 2 or 3 years is a very effective ball to use towards the back end of the innings. So when you're trying to trick the batter into thinking it's coming in fast, get them to play the shot early, and as a result play a false shot and get out. It is also effective on slower wickets where the ball doesn't come onto the batter that quickly. So a slow ball bouncer can hold up in the pitch, and as a result the batter will play a false stroke. Similar to a bouncer, but is short of a length. Short of a length is going to be rising up above the waist to about chest high on the batter. Generally, it's used to push the batter back, so that you might be working on a tactic as a bowler where you think, I'm going to bowl 2 short of a length deliveries and then bowl a full one, try to get them bowled, or LBW for example. Or it's used as a run restricting option where you think the batter's really good on their front foot, so you might want to push them back on their back foot and restrict them scoring runs. Generally, short of a length delivery is not a wicket taking delivery. The only way a batter would get out to a short length delivery is either via a false stroke or trying to hit towards the end of the innings and get caught out on the boundary. The next one we have on the list is the one in the yellow, the good length delivery. Now, you'll hear, especially in test matches, the bowler bowling a good length, sticking to a good length. It's very common phrases being used by commentators. A good length delivery is effectively about 8 meters away from the batter, and the purpose of it is to tie the batter down. So you can't, as a batter, you won't be able to get forward to it, you won't be able to go back easily. It's just in that middle where you're in two minds which way to move. And as a result, you're not thinking about scoring runs, you get into survival mode. You think, okay, it's a good ball, I'll just see it out. A lot of good length deliveries would just be hitting the top of off stump or just going above the stumps. So as a batter, your judgment becomes very important in that respect. You've got to make sure that if you're leaving the ball, you're judging the bounce correctly, or if you're defending, you get everything behind it. Ball is a full ball, and you often see a full ball being associated with a bad ball in limited overs, because a full ball generally means it's in the slot and the batter can attack it and go for the big shots like 4s or 6s and so on. Full ball is also one of the most effective ways to take a wicket, and the reason for this is if you imagine a ball is being bowled full, so closer to the batter, you're giving it extra time in the air for it to swing. So you're letting the air around the ball flow for longer so that the ball would swing, and hope is it will either go in towards the batter, so you get in the LBW or bowled, or move away and you're likely to get an edge. The keeper and the slips then come into the game. But high risk, high reward. And you see a lot of balls, a lot of batters towards the end of a limited overs innings going for those big shots when it's in the slot, so they find it easier to attack the ball, especially when the ball's not moving anymore. It becomes a bit of a freebie in limited overs. So you have to be careful when you use the full ball. And when you watch the match, you will generally see that a full length ball is being used at the start of the innings more often when the ball is newer and has more of a chance to swing than towards the end of the innings. The last length that we have on this graphic is a Yorker. Now, a Yorker is like finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. When you deliver it perfectly, it is an amazing ball to bowl. As you can imagine though, you are aiming for such a short space in front of the batter. You're either aiming at their feet or the base of the stumps, and you get it slightly wrong and over pitch it, so go a bit fuller, it becomes a full toss, which is an easy shot for the batter to hit then. However, if you miss the length and go a little bit shorter, it becomes a full ball, and then it comes into the slot. So Yorker is the ultimate definition of high risk, high reward. You've seen a lot of players, a lot of great bowlers nailing their Yorkers, and those bowlers get a lot of money in auctions and get a lot of plaudits from commentators and ex-players, because it's not an easy skill to deliver, but when you do deliver it and nail it, it is one of the best deliveries to bowl in the game of cricket. There's also a few variations where rather than bowling it at the feet or the base of the stumps, the bowler bowls the ball slightly outside off stump, so it becomes harder to hit, to get under it, to scoop it over. So yeah, there's several variations to a Yorker as well. So hopefully this video has helped you understand what the different lengths in cricket are and how they can be used in a game. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can watch more videos where I explain cricket in a simple manner. Thank you for watching.